Hi there, Aries. I'm so sorry about that. I ran out of space on my phone and I couldn't finish this reading. And I really wanted to finish this reading for you. So, if you haven't had a chance, you should go and check out the reading before this one. Okay, this one is a continuation of that reading. Okay, just so you know, if you're gonna stay for this reading and not go check out that one. What I am looking at here is we have at least four people who are targeting you. From what I can tell, you do not know these people. Okay, they know you, but you don't know them. All right. What I am seeing here to get you caught up is that they are accusing you of being a sex worker. They are also accusing you of selling medication. From what I can tell, they are accusing you of using children, okay? Using children to transport, I believe it's the medications, okay? So they're accusing you of using children to sell the medication, transport the medication, or maybe even get the more medication, all right? Like break it into people's houses, something like that, right? Something about you using children for your what this is that they're accusing you of doing, your operation, right? That's what I'm getting so far, okay? So, I am seeing up to four people possibly, okay? Three definitely, four is possible. They are building a case against you in this reading, and from what I'm getting and what I'm gathering from this, is that these are corrupt law enforcement, okay? Because it does look like they are going to try to use you as a stepping stone to further their career. And that's what I'm getting. To open doors for them. Okay? And that's exactly what I'm getting here. They want to use you as a stepping stone to help them further their career. Now, while I was uploading that last video, right, I was looking and going through this stuff. And I'm like, man, what is going on here for Aries, right? Well, one of the things that stood out to me is that this might very well be race related. Okay. There's a good chance because with the with what I'm looking at right here, this very well could be that they think that it's going to be easy to get this case up against you for the mere fact of your race. If it's not your race, then this could also be something that has to do with your religious beliefs. I do feel like there is some kind of and I feel like that is confirmation. I don't know if y'all heard her. I just feel like that's confirmation. Um, so if it is not due to race, it's possibly religious. Okay, there is definitely some racism that is going on in this, and why they are targeting you. Okay, and that's what I'm getting. It has something to do with them thinking that it's going to be easy to get this done. Now, earlier, if you missed that one over here, I was seeing that part. You might work in, you don't have to, but you might work around children. You might also work like as a nurse or something like that. Uh, like maybe a nurse's aide or a nurse, right? Or in an office that has medication, like a vet, a veterinarian, or where you have access to medication. I can't think of what else. Maybe a dentist's office, right? Um, I believe these are law enforcement officers that are doing this, and they seem to be in cahoots with each other. So they're definitely working together on this, and that's what's confusing. One thing that I feel like is so odd about this is that why you? Other than your race, I can't figure out how they are targeting you. Like exactly what it is about you that is making them target you, right? I do see here. Let me go back. I did see if you didn't see the other reading before this one, I did see over here. Let me find it. that it could be somebody that you work with, somebody that you possibly work with might know you and might know them, okay? Well, I wish I had find the cards to show you, but I did see it. And I was saying that you might work with these people. Okay, well, I don't know what I did with the card. Um, oh, the thing is that you could possibly work with these people, or you might work with somebody who knows them. Okay, that's a very good chance there. Or you did work with them, and that's why they know personal information about you. Okay, maybe you there's a good chance that maybe you were locked up for something. It could be anything, like maybe unpaid tickets or something like that, right? They seem to be wanting to build upon that. In the last reading before this, when I was saying something about your job here and stuff like that, after I ran out of space, I was looking at the cards. It does look like what I'm seeing here. It looks like somebody maybe at your job was lying about you. And with the Temperance card coming out in reverse, I do feel like we have the Magician. I don't know if you see that. Okay. Um, it does look like you know somebody or somebody knows you from work. Okay, work related, maybe volunteer work. It could be anything like that, right? But I do see lies being told, gossip being spread at your workplace, right? So it makes me feel like either you've worked with one of these four people and they moved on and got into law enforcement, which is possible. Uh, or maybe you know somebody that they know. Okay, y'all have somebody in common. Okay, and that person is the person that you worked with, and that's what I'm getting. Especially with the Moon card, there seems to be so much secrets going on here. A lot of sneakiness going on here. And with the three, I mean, I'm sorry, the six of pumpkins coming out, right? It seems like these people are expecting to receive something here. They're expecting to get some kind of handout, receive some kind of gift, get a reward of some kind. They're really anticipating getting the upper hand in some kind of way, shape, or form, right? And that's what I'm getting. Sorry, I hit the thing. Um, I feel like, especially with the six of pumpkins coming out. Uh, there's somebody, there's somebody that's playing both sides. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is that somebody is coming toward you, acting like they're your friend, right? And they're like, "Hey, Aries, how you been?" and this and that, right? They're playing both sides. That means they are playing you, right? And playing these people who are, and I'm going to call it what it is. It's a conspiracy, okay? Because that's exactly what it is, right? This conspiracy. They are talking to these people and talking to you at the same time. They're playing both sides. This is somebody else that's like hiding in the background, and I want to say it's the person that's in the moon. Okay, there's somebody in the background. Now, do they know what these officers are planning to do exactly? I'm not seeing any indication of that. But what I am seeing an indication of is that this person lied about you, and it's giving these four, and I feel like there are four of them, corrupt law enforcement officers. It's giving them justification, and that's what I want to call this, justification. It seems like they feel justified in setting you up because of the lies that this person said about you. Now, why is this person lying about you? It goes back to the old thing, right? Jealousy. The old thing, right? The old excuse that people have for being a demon, and that's what they are. They don't want you to see their true colors. Now, you might not be aware that this person has done this to you. You might not be aware that they have been lying about you and, just coming up with crazy things about you to slander you, right? And this is why you're probably still talking to this person. I do feel like that person that you worked with carefully crafted these lies and made them appear so real, so logical, so believable. Okay? Either that or these four, especially the King of Swords over here, it's either that person's lies were so well crafted that they actually believe that person, or these corrupt individuals just needed a victim and you happen to be the person that they heard about through this person. Okay? Unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately. Hmm. Yeah, it might have something to do with your religious beliefs. It might also have something to do with a religious leader. And that was another thing that came out in this. Okay, so maybe you are a religious leader, maybe you preach, you give a sermon, maybe you are somehow in some way some kind of leader in your church, okay? And that's what I'm getting here. Hmm. That's what I got, guys. That's what I have for you. I did want to just follow up on what I found here with the cards, guys. Okay. I do feel like with this magician coming out, there seems to be more going on. And I feel like there's a lot more that's going on behind the scenes here. I do feel like, yeah, this is what it is, Aries. Okay, I just wanted to come back and finish this reading because I didn't want to leave it the way it is. It seems like you're just being targeted just because of jealousy, and that's where it started from, and this is where it has snowballed into. Okay, now let's talk about protection. Like, how do you protect yourself? Well, first of all, let me tell you, I see angels are protecting you. Okay, you do have a team, a spiritual team. Your ancestors are definitely here to protect you and watch over you. This is why nothing has happened so far. Okay, this is why nothing has happened so far because you do have such a strong team, spiritual team that are watching over you. This could be, your passed over father, okay, specifically. This can also be, an uncle, brother, okay, a husband, okay. But you definitely have a very strong male presence on the other side that is helping you, protecting you, watching over you, and is watching what other people are doing around your energy. Just like I am doing with tarot, with my cards. You have somebody on the other side, spiritual, in the spiritual world, who has more, they can see more than I can see, that is actually protecting you here. Okay. And you have a very strong line of protection. You might even have up to six individuals. Okay. Especially with this six coming out, you might have up to six individuals who are working to protect you, to watch over you. Okay. Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to tell you. I do feel like this person, specifically the leader of this conspiracy, which is an air sign. Okay, so if you didn't hear the last reading, it's going to be either a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Um, that person has a very mean streak. That person is the one that is planning it all. Okay, that person could also have light hair, just so you know. They could have brown hair, lightish brown hair to blonde hair, more likely. Okay. Um, so basically, like what I'm trying to say is if they're Hispanic, they're going to be a light complected Hispanic with light hair, light eyes, okay? Light skinned, or they could be flat out white, right? That kind of thing. They're not the same race as you are, but they could be a lighter form, if that makes sense. Okay, so if you're Hispanic, they're Hispanic, but they're lighter complected, right? That kind of thing. Okay, this one is the one that is the leader of everything. This one is following along with it, and the other two seem to be working in the background to help aid the King of Swords. Okay, they seem to be in it just more for the profit or the benefit of it, but it's not really their plan. The one that's doing the planning really is going to be these two. So I'm talking about the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Okay, that's the ones I'm talking about. These two are the ones that are doing the planning. The other two seem to be more of followers. They're just following orders or something like that, right? These two might be something like a higher up. They might have some kind of authority over the other two, okay? Or it just might be their personality. They're just more dominant than the other two, that kind of thing. Okay, that's what I wanted to tell you. Um, but anyways, what I want to say is you're protected. Okay, you're definitely protected. You might want to do a cleansing. I don't know if you heard my last reading. If you are on medication, you might want to keep things with you just to make things easier down the road in case this ever goes anywhere, whatever it is stuff that they're planning to do here. You might want to just keep record of everything, especially your blood work. Prove that any medication that you have is the medication that you need. It is yours. You're taking it. And of course, and blood work is the best way to do that, right? If possible, right? Now with pain pills, if it's pain pills, I would just be very careful. Keep any paperwork that shows when you received it, because if they ever come and ask you, like, how many pills do you receive for this pain that you have, or whatever it is, right? That you take for pain, and in the event that it is for pain, I would so make sure that you keep everything keep your house in order. That's what I'm trying to say. You want to keep your house in order, keep your records, make sure you have everything ready just in case they come and try and knock on your door. I don't see an investigator on the table. Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something, Aries. That is weird, especially with the accusations that I'm seeing. Why isn't there an investigator? Why isn't there an investigation being done? I mean, they can't just take people's word on things. You know what I'm saying? No matter who they are, they need to prove this kind of stuff. But I'm not seeing an investigation going on. I'm actually seeing these people take this to the judge, like straight to the judge. And they're the ones that are making up all this nonsense. It's all nonsense, right? And they're the ones that is making it all up, and they're just taking it straight to the judge. And it makes me feel like they are friends with this judge. So this judge, I feel like this judge is doing something. I mean, I'm not saying like this judge is in on it. No, it's not what I'm seeing, and it's not what I'm saying. But they definitely are bending the rules, okay? And I feel like that's what's going on here. I feel like this judge is bending the rules because he's trusting, or she is trusting these people. There's some kind of relationship between the two where this judge is just trusting these two, okay? Which is so weird. I feel like, people need to be investigated before they're accused of things, at least find out the truth. Don't just go in there and start accusing people of crazy things. But I have heard so many crazy stories, nothing surprises me anymore, Seriously, nothing surprises me anymore. So far, from what I can tell from this, the judge is not doing anything with anything that they are giving them. There is no orders being done. There's no warrants being done. I am not seeing anything like that being done at this time. It just seems like these two are trying to I want to say slander your reputation, okay, or slander your name. There's some kind of trickery behind what these two are doing, and personally, I think it's just the fact of them constantly like bringing up your name to this judge for some reason. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just want this judge to keep hearing your name, make it, I don't know, I honestly don't know. You know what I mean? I honestly don't know. I don't see the judge doing anything, you know. um I don't see any paperwork being signed, so that tells me that if this judge is not signing any paperwork, because that's, I'm not seeing anything being done. So that means he's not signing any kind of warrant or anything, so it makes me feel like their attempts are not really going anywhere. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with your spiritual team. Okay, it's specifically a male figure. Okay, who may or may not be an Aries. Okay, or they may or may not have Aries in their chart. They don't have to have Aries in their chart, but they could. Okay. But I just wanted to let you know that what I'm seeing here, you're very, very protected. You're very lucky, and you have a group that loves you, that's still there fighting for you. You know, right now, I think to tell you the truth, Aries, right now, I think with everything that is going on in our society, specifically in America, in the United States, right? I think a lot of this really shady stuff is going on at this time. I think everybody's out to, I want to say everybody seems to be with this mindset of, how do I say this? You know, like the strong will survive, you know, the fittest will survive, and you know what I mean? And people are like being very vicious with each other right now, you know, just being very, what I call cutthroat. You know, I don't, it's kind of slang, isn't it? But that's what I call it, when somebody is just ruthless and they have no compassion for other people, or any consideration for other people's lives and things like that. I call those people cutthroat. Like, you know, you hear about these people who go off and rob elderly people of their homes and do all these horrible things and cause them to be homeless. I mean, geez. I mean, how brutal is that? You know what I mean? That's cutthroat, you know? Um, I mean, at least that's what I call it, okay? I call them devils personally, because anybody who's capable of doing that to another human being is a devil. As far as I'm concerned, that's a devil, you know? If you could take somebody's home away from them, watch them be homeless, and feel proud of yourself, you're a devil. All right? You are a devil. Um, so anyways, I just wanted to come back and finish this reading up for you guys, okay? I'm so sorry about that. I ran out of I ran out. I did have a question that came out in one of my readings, and somebody said, could this be something that happened in the past? Yes, okay. My readings are, there's no timestamp on these readings, okay? So remember that. That means it could be something that did happen in the past to you, and I'm just picking up on it now, okay? This can also be something that's going to happen in the future, could be something that you are going through right now at the present time. Now, when I'm reading these readings, I do want you to know I do read them as though they are happening right now, regardless of when they have happened, okay? So if you experienced this in the past already and you've already gone through this, for me it's new, so I'm reading it as right now, right? And I'm reading it because the cards are not telling me like this is a past situation. Sometimes I pick up a reading and it's clear as day. It's a past situation. And when that happens, I let you know, like, oh, this is something that in your past, this happened in your past, and I'll keep repeating myself, like, it, you know, because it's very clear. Sometimes they're not very clear, and this one it's not very clear. So, if you're wondering if this is something that could be happening at the present time, is this something that could happen in the future? Yes. Could this be something that happened in the past? Yes, most definitely. Okay. There's no timestamp on these readings, so. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. I just wanted to come on here, finish this reading, let y'all know what was going on with it, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. catch me in the next one. Y'all take care. And tomorrow is Friday, isn't it? Yes, it is. Woo-hoo. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.